What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about ZEN today, Horizen. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? This is at the request of, I think it's This Video Sucks is the name of the person. That's not what, this video is going to be great. This is a great video, believe me. This is a great video. I know all about great videos. I'm probably the most experted person in the world on making great videos. Supposedly, China, they don't think I'm the best at making videos, but I know how to make a video. I don't know, man. That's that. I'm not the best at President Trump impersonations, but for some reason I try. For whatever reason, ZEN is what we're talking about for This Video Sucks. That's not the point of the video. That's just the name of the guy requesting it, or the girl. Could be a girl. There are girls in the crypto space. If we look at this here, we're at $13.31 right now on a weekly basis. Looking at this thing here, we are finding support on the 40. Beautiful. Anytime you get overbought but you don't get oversold, we love that. We love to see that. A nice reaction out of this would be good. You're on a weekly basis, so it doesn't need to happen today, but over the weeks to come, I'd like to see something that does move you up at a pretty steady pace. It doesn't need to be like this. Of course, that's fine if it does. And I do expect something actually similar to this pace, maybe even faster, could happen when things really get rolling, right? From a high to a low here, I would expect that you move up to about 70 to 120 bucks, somewhere in that zone, probably by the end of April, if not even earlier. You could do that by the end of March. If we take this last move into account, we measure it out, okay? I'm expecting you see a move that's of this magnitude, if not something stronger. That took 7 bars right there, okay? From where the move began. If this is where the move begins right here this week, that would mean 7 weeks later, it would be the middle of April. So sometime in the middle of April would be when, I don't know why my camera keeps cutting out. Sometime in the middle of April, let me see, get you there. That would be whenever we could expect to see prices that are at about 73 bucks if we were to move up at the same pace here. But again, I think that we will move up more than that. And from a high to a low, the next fib area would be something at about 84 to 113 bucks. Not only that, but from a high to a low here, your extended area would take you to about 86 to 117 bucks. So I like that. I really do like the notion. You're probably going to go around 100 bucks, if not to about 120 bucks. You could go higher. It's possible, but if we look at that from a percentage standpoint, 86 bucks, 87 bucks. That's a 600% move. It's a 6.5x, 550% move. 120 bucks would be something of about an 8.8x, 788% move, something like that. So yeah, you could find resistance in this area. I would expect before breaking out above your prior cycle highs, what you'll do is you'll move up to that area, but you'll likely consolidate before you have your final push that is going to take you to new all-time highs. Okay, so let's talk about that. Where are your all-time highs going to be? From a high to a low, and if you hear that little thing, that's just my cat. Come here, Rafiki. Come here, buddy. He got all excited. I don't know if you could hear him. Oh, he's a good boy, guys. My daughter, my 2-year-old daughter, terrorizes him, and he tolerates the hell out of her. He doesn't like it, but he just tolerates her, and he's not scared of her. My other cat's scared of her, but enough talking about real world stuff. He's a good cat, man. He's like a dog. They say that expression, it's like herding cats. That's what people say. Like it's hard to do something. It's like herding. It's like shepherding cats, right? That's something that's difficult. But my cats, dude, they listen to me. They listen. I say, and he comes right here. You know what I mean? Like I literally he's coming back right now. I did that. I think it's a respect thing. If you got a respect thing going on with animals, they'll respect you. The guy that made that saying, or the girl that made that saying, was probably a bad cat owner. I'm just saying there, man. They're a little bit more fickle than dogs, of course they are, but they both listen to me, man. Anyways, enough of that. Enough of that. My own personal life, whatever. You're going to get that. This is my YouTube channel. I don't answer to anybody except for you, whoever you are requesting this video. So when we move up, we will likely consolidate. And when we break out, the next target area would be somewhere around $442. That's the minimum target by the end of the cycle. The maximum target, I think, could... Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I was going to say $14,000. I mean, I might accept that as a possibility as far as market cap goes, because you're at a $212 million market cap, and this thing's existed for several cycles. 2 cycles, technically 2 bull cycles, 2 bear cycles, and now you're in your 3rd bull cycle. But I think if you were to go to these prices, you would have made some headway already. So probably not there. I think maybe if we stick to this, or even something that's in this range, that might be more logical. Let's just see what that would do for you percentage wise. Minimum target would be about a 33x. That's not bad, man. That's not bad. That's above what the average target is for the average altcoin. So your minimum target's above what the average expectation would be. 54x, maybe a little bit above that even, right? You could stop right at about $1,000. It's very common to go just above the 1414, and $1,000 is a nice psychological level of resistance right there too. You could stop at the 1618, and that is about 112x. That's about 112x from here. Or would that be 100? That'd be 111x. I'm sorry, 111x. But still, if not, again, I don't think you go to 14K. That'd be about 1,000x, and that's possible, but that would give you a $200 billion market cap, and those kind of market caps are attainable, especially for cryptos that have been around since 2017. But those cryptos, again, they by the time they hit these kind of market caps, they start their cycles from higher market caps than what this thing's doing, or at least if they're starting at this market cap, they've already made some headway there. So I don't think that's. I mean, we can talk about it, sure, but I don't think it's going to happen. The 1886 200 area, that might be an acceptable maximum potential, something around 5,530. I know it sounds crazy because this thing's only worth $13 right now, 13.35. Like right down here, every cent matters, right? 13.30 to 13.90. That's a difference, a pretty significant difference in percentages. But here, pennies don't matter, man. 5,500. 3,700, somewhere in that zone really could be your cycle ending high, at which case you'd have about a 270 something x to about a 425x. That'd be nuts. I truthfully do think this thing sees over 100x growth in this cycle, but at a bare minimum, at your absolute terrible, most pessimistic, you would see something that's around like a 33x. So boo-hoo, you can cry your tears away with some Benjis, it'll be okay. If we're looking at this thing on a 4-hour time frame, just to confirm the notion that we're moving up higher, let's look at some shorter term stuff here. Looks like you want to move higher. Not confirmed yet. Getting overbought and getting oversold like a couple times without getting overbought here. You were trending upwards. You had your overbought area. You broke out of it to the downside. You had an upward sloping trend. Now you're getting oversold and you're not even getting overbought. That's kind of a negative thing, but you are trending upwards a little bit. So maybe you just haven't fully developed enough to get into the overbought zone. But you look like you have potential is all I'm trying to say by that. The 1-hour time frame, you did just break out of a downtrend and you did not get oversold in that downtrend. So that is actually a very bullish thing in itself. But rejecting the overbought zone could mean that you have a little bit lower to go. Let's just see about that. What would the 15-minute time frame suggest? The 15-minute would suggest you go a little bit lower. If we're going to go a little bit lower first, from a low to high, to answer the question of is it a good time to buy ZEN? Yes, it's probably a good time to buy ZEN, but I think if you wait, yeah, you could probably find it around $13, right? Is that $13.32 right now? So probably $13.10, $13 itself. You could go all the way down to $12. It's fine if it does, but I don't expect you to. I expect you hold 13. If not, again, something around probably 12.70 to 12.50 is what you hold. You could even go lower than that. It's fine if you do. But inevitably you're going to move up. I think we can find that on the daily time frame. Yes, we can, because if you look at this RSI here, you have lower lows, you have lower highs, you broke out, and it looks like you're getting set up for a rather beneficial, positive move to the upside here over the coming month of March, something like that, right? I'm not thinking that you're just going to rip right to the overbought zone. I think it'll be more methodical like this, and that would imply that the end of March could be when you really start kicking things off, right? What do I mean by really start kicking things off? I mean, you could move up methodically, and it's nice. You're just moving up here, and then by the end of March, you really start to break out, right? And that'd be something like around this high. That's when we see those targets that are near $100 or $120, something like that. And likely those targets would be sometime in April. That's my assumption. So I don't know if I have anything else that I want to say. I think I've said everything I need to say. So if you guys like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Weekly RSI looks great. I really like the weekly RSI a lot, man. Monthly RSI because it's long enough. Rejected the overbought zone, but holding the 50, that's not a bad thing, man. If you reject the overbought zone and you hold the 50, that's good. And it looks like, I would think on a monthly basis, March is going to be a green month. So that's actually a really positive scenario where you would get into the overbought zone here. The last time you got overbought on a monthly basis, the movement that you saw from a low to a high was a 33x in the course of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So in about a half year, that could imply, the same thing, that you'd be at new all-time highs. But if you saw that same move here, you'd be at new all-time highs. So my expectation would be actually go higher, because from a high to a low, your minimum target is actually above that. So if it took you 6 months, like it did last cycle, to see your move getting into the overbought zone and stuff like that, okay, fine. but it's going to be over a 40x from the low, not from the current price, but from the low. All right, guys, I got nothing else for you. Genuinely appreciate you all. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Bye-bye.